Let me tell you something uncomfortable. You already know what you need to do. You know you need to wake up earlier. You know you need to move your body. You know you need to do the work. You know you need to stop wasting time. You have known all of this for a very long time. So why aren't you doing it? Not because you lack information. Not because you lack talent. Not because the universe is against you. Because your discipline is broken. And I say that with respect, not to shame you, but because nobody else is going to tell you the truth. Poor discipline is the reason the body you want is still just a vision. Poor discipline is the reason the business you dream about is still just an idea. Poor discipline is the reason the life you imagine is still just a fantasy. And here is what makes it worse. Every day you live with poor discipline. It gets harder to fix because poor discipline is a habit, and habits compound in both directions. But here is the good news. Discipline can be fixed, not overnight, but it can be fixed. And today, we are going to do exactly that. Before we fix it, we need to understand why it broke. The first reason, you have been relying on motivation. Motivation is an emotion. Emotions are temporary. They come when things are exciting and disappear when things get hard. If your discipline depends on motivation, it will always be inconsistent, because motivation is always inconsistent. The second reason, your environment is working against you. The phone on your desk, the television in the room, the junk food in the kitchen, the people around you who don't take anything seriously. Your environment is constantly pulling you toward the path of least resistance, and discipline cannot survive in an environment designed for distraction. The third reason, you have been trying to change too much at once. You decided to wake up at 5 a.m., go to the gym every day, eat perfectly, read every night, meditate every morning, and build a business on the side, all at the same time. And within 2 weeks, everything collapsed because you overwhelmed yourself. And when discipline gets overwhelmed, it shuts down entirely. Let me tell you how discipline actually works. It is not about willpower. Willpower is a limited resource. It depletes throughout the day. And relying on it is like trying to run a marathon on one glass of water. Real discipline is built on systems, on structures, on environments that make the right choice, the easy choice. Let me explain. When you put your gym clothes next to your bed the night before, you remove the decision in the morning. When you remove social media from your phone, you remove the temptation entirely. When you prepare your meals in advance, you remove the choice of eating poorly. This is how discipline works. Not through gritting your teeth every day, but through designing your life so that the discipline choice requires the least amount of effort. The person with strong discipline has not developed superhuman willpower. They have built an environment where the undisciplined choice is harder than the disciplined one. Here is the practical framework, the one that actually works. Step 1. Start with one thing, not 5 things, not 10 things. 1. The single most important habit that if you fixed it, would make everything else easier. For most people, that is the morning. Fix the morning first. Everything else follows. Step 2. Make it so small you cannot fail. Not wake up at 5 a.m. and do a 2-hour workout. Wake up 15 minutes earlier than usual and do 5 minutes of movement. That is it. 5 minutes. So small it feels almost embarrassing. But here is the truth. 5 minutes done every day builds more discipline than 2 hours done once a week. Because consistency builds identity, and identity is what sustains discipline long after motivation is gone. Step 3. Protect it like your life depends on it. Because in many ways, it does. The first 30 days are everything. Miss 1 day, get back immediately. Miss 2 days, emergency. 3 days, you are starting over. Protect the habit. Guard it. Treat it as non-negotiable and watch it grow. Here's the most important thing I will tell you today. Discipline is not about what you do. It is about who you are. Or more precisely, who you believe you are. If you believe you are someone with poor discipline, you will always find a way to prove yourself right. Your brain is designed to act consistently with your identity. So when you say, "I have no discipline, I always quit, I can never stick to anything," you are not describing reality. You are programming it. You need to change the story, not by lying to yourself, but by acting differently until the new story becomes true. Start small. Keep one commitment, then another, and slowly, the story changes. From, "I am someone with poor discipline," to, I am someone who is building discipline. 2. I am someone with strong discipline. That shift does not happen overnight, but it happens. One kept commitment at a time. I want to end with this. Poor discipline is not a personality trait. It is not who you are. It is a habit you developed. And habits can be changed, but only if you decide to change them. Today. Not Monday. Not next month. Today. Because every day you wait is another day the habit gets stronger. Another day the gap between where you are and where you want to be gets wider. So here is what I want you to do right now. Pick one thing, just one. The most important habit you have been avoiding. Make it small. Make it today. And do it tomorrow. And the day after. And the day after that. Until one day, you look back and realize that the person who couldn't stick to anything has been replaced by someone who shows up every day without question, without negotiation, without excuses. That person is available to you starting right now. Fix your discipline and fix your life. Now go.